Hello, everybody. Hey, Choco Kitty. Hey, Choco Kitty got here first, baby. She got here first. And we gonna do a couple of reviews, okay? So we're gonna review what the news report has been saying. And I'm not gonna play the little video clips that I have or recordings of what these officers have been telling me and my sister. Um, But I think some of y'all have heard it, right? Because I don't know how to record on my phone. So what I was doing, I would use my Zoom and I would be live when I'm talking, right? And I'm gonna continue to do that too. Okay, because they're not gonna play with me. And what I really want is y'all honest opinion. When we're gonna play the videos that they put out. This happened Halloween night. He's he's still in the hospital in their custody, but kind of custody, no custody, here custody, whatever they call it. It's all over the place. And we're going to see what they were saying, what they put out to the news, and then we're going to see what they put out today. Okay, what they put out today because they had to show the family, they had to do transparency. But see, before they do this, what they call transparency, they muddy the waters, right? They put out all kinds of alt stories. And then for you to only find out much, much later that all that crap they was putting out before is bull, right? So I'm gonna give people a couple of minutes to go in. I'm not sure if anybody's live or they'll just catch the live after the fact. I don't know what to tell them. Okay, because I just want to get this over with. Um, so let's see. I should have put well, who cares? Okay, let's go through. I will put the link in so y'all can give me your opinions after the fact, but we're gonna run through what it is that my family had to deal with for the last couple of weeks. Okay. Um, let's see, we're gonna do a share. We're gonna share sound because I'm eventually play videos and we're gonna get directly to it. Okay, let's see. Boom boom. Which one am I doing first? Let's see. When was this one put out? This hour ago. Okay. We're not gonna do that one first. We're not gonna do that one first. Let's see. What we gonna do is look, they all over the place. They talking about it, man. It's all on all the news reports, but we want to go to the very first one. Okay. Um, so I gotta go to another page. How do I go to the next page? They- do, 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 do. I don't know even how we got there. I had them already up for me, but is this it? It's, no, that's that's what his name. Look, we got. Oh Lord. This might be it. Let's see. Boom, boom. When is this? Okay, what day was that? Okay, we'll choose any one of these, as long as they're not within the last day or so. Okay. Um, let me see what this day is. This November 3rd. So this is some of the right of way stuff they was talking about. Okay. New Orleans police shoots armed suspect, barricade inside gas station. You see that barricade, right? That's barricade. They they say the New Orleans Police Department is investigating a police shooting that happened Friday night at a gas station that happened near the intersection of Canal and North Gavaras, right? They mentioned they said he was arrested on the scene. According to the police, The officer saw Harris armed with a gun walking towards him, right? He saw him walking towards him and saw Harris pointing a gun at several bystanders before entering the gas station. Now, I want y'all to remember this, right? Remember everything. And if you don't remember it, you could go back and read it yourself. Okay. But it says that this is what they told us, that my brother they told us that he walked up to a police and had the gun and he slammed it on the hood of his car. That's what they slammed it on the hood of the car, as in to say, "Here, look what I got, and now catch me." And said that my brother turned around and ran. Now, the first story, though, let me back it up a little bit. The original story from the jump was he walked up to a police with the gun, banged it on the gun on the hood of the car, and then the guy saw the gun and told him to drop it. And as my brother went to go drop it or turn, not drop it, turn, he shot him in the leg. And then we was told that when he was shot in the leg, he ran into the store to get away, right? And then so he went to ducking and dodging and trying to get away, and that because he got shot. That's what we was told. And so that made a little sense to me that if he ran, if after he got shot, I was like, okay, he, I didn't understand why he would go to a police car to let him know he got a gun and that, so he could shoot him or chase him. I said, but okay, if he ran into the store because he thinks somebody's coming after him, he think he gonna get killed, right? And and I was like, he already got shot. And then the story changed from that to Um, well, no, he went in the in the gas station. First, he went to the cop car, banged it on, and then he ran. And then he went in the gas station, and this time he pointing the gun at everybody, and he went behind the cash register and going through the cash register. And then because he had hostages, they they shot him in the shoulder. Okay, they like he got shot in the shoulder and he paralyzed. So I was like, wait a minute. You shot him in the shoulder and he paralyzed in his legs? And she was like, yeah. I said, ma'am, that don't make sense. What are you saying? Did the bullet ricochet? Because you can shoot somebody in the shoulder, but if it comes out anywhere else, they don't consider that you got shot in the shoulder, right? When that bullet comes out at, usually when they say they shot you in the shoulder, they mean that it went in and out, or the bullet can still be there, but it's in your shoulder. Okay. But I digress. Listen, I'm not a medical professional. Anyway, so here it says that he pointed, see exactly what I said, that he pointed the gun, the police officer, you know, um, Harris was on with a gun walking towards him. And then he saw Harris pointing the gun at several bystanders before he entered the gas station. Okay. He didn't shoot at no bystanders or nothing. This is what this cop says. Then he says, officer saw him walk inside the store with a woman. Now, so he walked in with a woman. So if you mean he walked in and a woman walked in. So the woman wasn't afraid of anything. But anyway, they said, and it appeared Harris was pointing a gun towards the woman. Now listen to what it said. He walked in with a woman. We're not going to see that. But remember this, that the officer saw him walk inside the store with a woman, and it appeared he was pointing the gun towards the woman. So that's why they was claiming they was getting it for hostage, because they claimed he had a hostage. Okay? Police believe the woman was in danger, and the officers shot their weapon hitting Harris. That's what they say. Okay? I ain't got the lie. It's right here. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition, and no other information was given at the time. Okay? That's one of the reports. But let's see. I think they might have a video. Let's listen to a little bit of it. Let's see if this is.
In front of his grandmother's 2016. With me today, we have the Slidell Mayor, Randy Fandle, To my right, we have Lieutenant Oakman and Sergeant Walden, who are over our traffic fatality team. To my left is PIO Jake Morris and Captain Kevin Swan. Shortly after 7 a.m. this morning, our officers responded to the 300 block of Spartan Loop, which is in the Spartan Trace subdivision.
Oh, I don't know what this is. What the hell is this? They done changed the video they had there. That's a whole nother. Oh, maybe this is the one. Okay, here we go.
About last night's officer-involved shooting, police have now identified the suspect, they say, as 54-year-old Emmanuel Harris. This happened, remember, around 8:30 last night on Canal and North Galvez streets. Police said the officer saw Harris pointing a weapon at several bystanders before going into a convenience store there. They immediately called for backup. Officers found a woman was inside that store with Harris, so they believe she was in danger.
There was a female inside the store. They could not see the female immediately, but they did see the individual with a weapon inside, and it looked like he was pointing the weapon at the female. Believing that the female was in danger, they took a shot and they struck the individual.
Y'all hear it, huh? Y'all heard it? Y'all heard it.
Now, police say that woman was not hurt. Harris, they say, was taken to the hospital where, at last check, he is in critical condition.
Okay. So we heard that. We could go and listen to some more. They changes it up. You even hear where past officer had told them that they had to gas him out because he barricaded and he had hostages. Okay, that's what the stories always change, and it got a little worse every time it changed. And now let's go look at what let's go look at what they showed me and my sister yesterday. Now, they just released this 1 hour ago, okay? But they did give us a preview of what happened yesterday. I think I told y'all about it. Well, we're gonna do a little reading. Critical incident, right? And they tell you October 31st at 8:30. On Friday, October 31st, 2025, New Orleans police officer observed a man armed with a handgun near South Gavaraz and Canal Streets. After seeing the police officer, the man ran into the nearby gas station. The male entered the store still armed with a gun. Now you notice they keep saying that the police saw my brother. They changed how he saw him, and at first they made it seem like he was walking towards him. He banged on the car. Now they saying, even in the article I read just before that, they mentioned that he was walking towards the officer. Now they're saying here that the police saw him. When he saw the police, he ran from the police. So it's different. Before, my brother was approaching the police. Now they're saying when he saw the police, he ran. And the reason they would do that, because they now have a reason to be suspicious, you see. Because wait a minute, um you have a reason to be suspicious because you see somebody who see you and then they run the opposite way. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's continue on. Officers arrived and surrounded the store. Right? Officers arrive. Now, mind you, for officers to arrive, somebody had to call them and things like that, right? So if there was an officer who saw him with a gun, why didn't he go and make some kind of contact? Okay. So that you notice they don't mention nobody contacted him, told him put his hands up or anything, right? So officers arrived and surrounded the store. While in the store, the male pointed the firearm at Patreons. Is that how you pronounce it? Patreons. Patreons. Patrons. Who give a fuck? At people. Okay? At people in the store. And store employees who were able to leave the store. Now, how would they remember? Before they were saying he held hostages. Remember the one that we saw? They said that he walked in with a woman with a gun pointed at her. But you see, that they ain't saying that no more, right? They ain't saying that no more. That's this woman disappeared. She disappeared. So he walked in, and now he pointed at employees who were able to leave after a short period of time. Yeah, because he never had no hostages, but they was claiming that he was holding hostages. The male traveled towards the back of the store where a female employee was located. We got to remember this, right? Okay, here we go. An officer, uh, an officer took one shot, striking the male in the back left shoulder. Nah, they shot him in his back, square in his back. The male then fell to the ground. Officers entered the store, detained the suspect, and the male was transported to a nearby hospital. Where in the fuck is the woman that they said they had the shooting for? Where's she at? Let's see. Maybe it's coming up. Let's see. No, we don't see her. But here we go. This is the beginning. And I don't know why they put this clip in, right? They are trying to make a narrative because you're gonna see that this clip has nothing to do with nothing. Here we go.
Hold the air for me. I got a guy with a gun approaching my vehicle.
I have a gun. I have a guy with a gun approaching my vehicle. I have a guy with a gun approaching my vehicle. But remember he said when my brother saw him that he um turned and ran into the store.
At North Galvez and Canal. It's going to be a first district call.
Now, I know y'all don't know. We're going to back it up a little bit, right? We're going to see something. Right now, he's on Canal Street. He was on Canal Street before, right? But Canal Street it's a wide ass street. So on one side of the highway, it's a street. It's not a highway, but it's large. On one side of the street, the traffic flows one way. And on the other side, it flows the other way, right? That makes sense. But what you don't know, if you've never been there, is in the center of that street is a train track for our trolley, right? What we call the streetcar or the trolley or stuff like that. Now, did you see this man? He said that somebody was approaching him with a gun, and then you saw him do a U-turn. Now, what that tells me is that when he took that U-turn, he was on the other side of the Canal Street, going in one direction. And then he turned to come to the other side to go in the opposite direction. And he had to drive not very far to get to that store. He said that a man approached him with a gun, but he's walking. I can assure you, in that short period of time, my brother did not get from one side of that street to the other side of that street. So when he said that he approached him with a gun, it was a lie. Now, we're not saying that he didn't have the gun in his hand, right? But what we're saying is this man told a lie. And that's why the story changes from my brother walked up to him, banged on this car door. on his hood of the car with the gun and then took off. To now we see that this man was driving. He was driving. Okay. I can rewind a little bit. We could see where how he turns the wheels. Look, that say canal up there. See, that say canal up there.
Yeah, he's approaching people at the gas station now.
Yeah, he's approaching people at the gas station now. He's approaching people. Okay, remember that. And ain't that something? You notice what you don't see? What the hell he talking about? They stopped it. They stopped it. Okay, let's see. Now they're about to show us videos from the gas station. A man just walked in. Another man is just standing out there. That's my brother. He running in. You're gonna see him in a second. Look, he running. Where was the woman? Where was the? Remember, originally there was a fucking woman. They reason they say they shot him because he walked in with a woman with the gun pointed at her. Remember, that's what that first story in the beginning of all of this said. And do you see a woman anywhere? Do you see him walk in with a woman? Do you see him holding the gun to any woman? No woman. You ain't gonna never see a woman, as a matter of fact. Here we go. Y'all, I need y'all when y'all get to come up or in the chat. Every time you see him point a gun at somebody, I want y'all to add a number. Like put one. When you see him do it the first time, put one. When you see him do it the second time, put two. When you see him do it the third time, put three and four, and so on. And let's get it and let's go. Don't worry, it's gonna be another view. There's a man, if we see, there's a man who worked there, who owned that store, is sitting there with my brother. And you see what he's doing with my brother? My brother ducking down, looking like somebody's chasing him. And that man is on side of him, looking also. You see that? Because he know them people and they know him. Right? Watch this. Y'all see over there, there's a man walking. Nobody's scared. They walking and they trying to see what's going on themselves. Look, the man is on the he's on the phone with the police because he thinks somebody's chasing after my brother because my brother thinks somebody's chasing after him. You see how they walking up to him? They see the gun. They trying to talk to him. He's paranoid. He ain't pointing no gun at nobody. Y'all see that? Okay. Look, look, they talking to him. They even trying to get him to talk to whoever on the phone. 911, by the way. Look, if you look over there by the door, you saw somebody's shoes. They just standing there with the door open. Nobody's running. 911, when we get that tape, based on the police I mean, not the police, the people at the store, they told them to leave out, if to leave out safely. They would take care of him. That means he didn't stop nobody from leaving. He ain't pointing no gun at nobody or nothing. Now I'm not sure if y'all saw a jump just now. If you saw a jump just now, right? There's nobody in this store right now. They jumped it from where we saw where there was people in there. But if you look, you saw people leave out, and then they jumped it, and now he's pointing the gun. But there's nobody in the store. You're gonna see that in a second. Watch. Remember when I jokingly said he threw some candies like it was a grenade? You see, he got a bottle in his hand, even though he got a gun, right? Which, by the way, isn't real. But nobody knows it's real. So I'm gonna say, okay, they don't. Nobody know it's not real. Okay. The people who was in that store, though, they know that he wasn't pointing that gun. They called to help him. They called 911 to help him. But remember, the police was already outside. They already had their narrative that they wanted to run with. Okay. Now y'all notice he got a gun, but he ain't even attempting to shoot it. He throwing bottles. He's paranoid, right? He's throwing bottles. He ain't he not he throwing fucking bottles of alcohol. You saw that smoke? God damn, I just saw that smoke. I came through that glass. He ain't even I saw that red beam. That's when they shot my fucking brother. There's nobody in that store. They claim that he walked in with a woman holding her hostage. They claim that he was walking towards the back where there was a hostage so he could harm her. And that's why they shot him. We're gonna play a little more. Okay, we're gonna do it. But you see, he ain't he down, shot square in his fucking back. And he can't even move his legs. What that fat fucker in there doing? That looked like the one who called. But we gonna find out. Out of out of shape ass fucking officers can't even do their job to go and see what's going on. They make assumptions and then they call these special forces people. But that ain't it, y'all. Let's see what they shot him with. They're gonna show us. And there they go. They find out the gun is fake. He's telling them he can't move his legs. They telling him to move his legs, and he can't move them. Look at him. And now they're searching it. They're looking for the real gun. They searching through that store. They probably robbing them because that's what they do. They went all behind the counter and anything. If any money come up missing, they probably try to throw it on him. That's what they were saying, that he was robbing the store. Look, there was a woman back there. You see, there was a woman back there, but my brother never went back there. Now, this is what they shot him with. Watch. Now, I'm not sure if y'all noticed. There's no cops near the door where they saying, "Hey, come out with your hands up. Hey, you surrounded. Hey, you gonna be okay." Or hey, if you don't come out, you're not gonna be okay. That cop is in a whole nother parking lot, that cop car over there. And then they bring this special vehicle that's military grade. That's what they pulled up in. There's nobody around the store because they cleared all the people out. And they could have went in with their shields if they thought he had a real gun and went in there and beat his ass like they normally do people. But no, that's not what they did. Mm-mm. Watch. When they run in like this, you already know they already shot him. Now, isn't it now what I want you to know is you see how they made this video? They showing them people running in as if they went in before they shot him. But no, remember they go in. We see when he hit the ground, and then they run in. There was nobody in there already trying to talk him down or nothing. So I wonder why they put it in this order. You know what I mean? Like, what was the purpose of this clip that they just put in to go in after he's shot? They could have put this in. I don't even know why they put this in. I don't even know why they put this in. He's already shot, right? Here we go.
Hold up, Kenny, hold up. What you doing, you? I'm trying to rotate the. Oh, he shoot. What's that? He threw something.
Y'all heard what he said? First they said, "Oh, he's shooting." Oh no, he threw something. Oh, he's shooting. Oh no, he threw something. Y'all see what the fuck this is? These motherfuckers is behind a tank head. That's what it looked like to me, with a hole with a gun in it. And this man said, "No, he's shooting." Oh no, he just threw something.
Turret, hold the turret, and let Kenny put the nose of the belt in front of the turret.
Look, he coming over there. Hold up, stand by. I see him. I got him.
Look. Oh, he coming over the. Oh, hold on. I got him. Oh, he coming over the. Oh, I got him. Y'all heard that fucking round that just came out of that gun? Through a window and straight through his back.
Hey, go in.
Some motherfuckers talking about get a shield. Go in, get a shield. Now, I'm gonna stop the share. I mean, we could go see some other videos that they put out, all the lies they put out. I want y'all to tell me, I mean, did y'all see any of the things that in it? Because I know some of y'all already went and saw the reports in the last week and a half, right? Because I've been talking about it. I've been talking about that is my brother, that is my blood brother. Right? That we got the same mom and dad. We grew up together. I'm the oldest. He's 2 years younger than me. He just turned 54 just in October. And I turned 56 this month. Right? So that is my blood brother. This ain't just no friend who I call a brother. And I told my brother has been on drugs for a long time. He's been in and out of jail. He is not violent. Like even when he got this fake gun in his hand, he's not pointing at nobody, trying to shoot at nobody. He even picked up some other shit. I know the way I expressed it yesterday, I'm making it a little funny, but the shit is is not funny, right? But I have to do with the best I could do to cope with it. But what I said was that he picked up some other shit, right, and threw it like it was grenades. But that's exactly what we saw him do, right? Why would he do that if he got a gun? Or if he, or even, well, he do got a gun. It's a fake gun, but it's still a gun. But if he wanted to shoot at somebody, he would have been shooting the gun. But he didn't. He took the bottles and he threw it, and they saw it because they said it with their dumb asses. But see, they can't hide it because I'm gonna get a FOIA for everybody, Cam, that's involved in this shit. Everybody, Cam. Not just the ones they want us to see. We're gonna hear the ones they don't want us to see. We're gonna hear what they had to say. But even on the ones where they shared it because they had no choice, it even says, "Oh, he shoot. Oh no, he just threw something." Now I'm gonna come and give y'all the link. Let me grab it. If I need to replay it, I'm gonna replay. Actually, while I grab the link, I'm gonna replay it without me talking at all, so we can see it again. It shouldn't be long. I'm not gonna stop it at all. I promise. Um, and let y'all, and then y'all could come up and tell me, because maybe that is my brother, so I could be very, that's my little brother at that. But maybe I'm being too, like I'm not being harsh enough. Maybe because maybe I'm seeing something that's not there, and that could be true, right? That could be true. So I want y'all to give me the cold hard truth of what y'all see. Let me grab the link first, and we could, because that takes me a second to figure this out all the time, which shouldn't be because I do this all the time. And then we're gonna share it. We're gonna play the video, and as soon as I'm gonna run it through, no talking. Um, no talking this time, and I'm gonna put that link out. We're not gonna go through the words, okay? We can if y'all want to, but if anybody have any questions, I'll put the link in the chat for you to see it, okay?
Hold the air for me. I got a guy with a gun approaching my vehicle. At North Galvez and Canal. It's going to be a first district call.
I did say I no mind. I promise I wasn't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna mute myself.
Yeah, he's approaching people at the gas station now.
I'm not gonna watch it right now. Because I keep wanting to stop. This motherfucker said he approaching people at the gas station right now, and then what we see is no motherfucking body there being approached. Cannot. Okay, I can't. Let me come give y'all this motherfucking link. Everybody is welcome to come up. Tell me how you feel, what you saw, what you think. Okay. If y'all want to call in, I got a phone number you can call in and you ain't gotta come on the panel. Remember, you ain't gotta come up. But if you want to come up, you don't have to have your cam on. You can make up any name you want. Okay. Um, and just come and tell me what the fuck is going on. Okay. Wait, I gotta plug my laptop before it die. Don't die. It shouldn't die right now, but it's telling me to plug it up. Okay. Please come up and tell me what you saw, even if you disagree with me. Okay. I need to be told the truth. Okay. Come and tell me. Hey K24. Hey King. Hey everybody. Reese. Y'all want me to play it again? I'll play it again. The store owner does know him. He has not been he's not been charged with anything that happened at that store. Isn't that funny? Nothing that happened at that store is he charged with because he didn't commit a crime. And he knows the people who own the store and they didn't press any charges because he didn't do anything. So we could go and look at what he's charged with if y'all want to. And they're trying to get him for carjacking. They claim that apparently that and his girlfriend is the one who told him. They look like, hey, he took some drugs and he's out of his mind. He's paranoid. He's paranoid. And she was explaining that he's so paranoid he's trying to get away. He was trying to get away from something, and that he walked up to a car to try to get in it to go. And now they claiming that he tried to carjack somebody. But nobody made a claim of that. She told the police that. And so that's what they're holding it for because they have no choice, right? Because the people at the store didn't make no claim that he did anything to them. And so they got to make up something that happened before that because they just shot him. He's, we, I don't, basically what we told is that he's paralyzed. He got a fracture in his back that they don't think they can repair, and he's paralyzed from his waist down. The police, though, kept telling me he's paralyzed from his shoulders down, chest down. Okay. Hey, ABT, how you doing?
Hey, Bomb. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, sis. Did
Sorry.
you see the video?
I saw
Are you
some
okay?
of it, but from what I saw, girl, like they didn't even seem to, they weren't scared. He looked distraught, right?
Hmm.
But they weren't fearful for their lives and they could easily walk out.
Yeah,
Like,
they
I
did
didn't,
walk out.
yeah, they did. They just
Hmm.
left
Yeah,
when,
the police
yeah,
told them to leave.
and
They
they could
called
leave.
911. They called 911 on behalf of my brother because they thought he was paranoid and thought somebody was coming after him. So he was talking to him. He like, yeah, they chasing me. So he bent down. Now this comes from the convenience store owners themselves. They they said so that's why they there with him. They're not scared. They talking to him and they trying to so they called 911 and 911 told him to walk out. And so
Yeah,
everybody walked out.
yeah, that's fucked up. This look real fucked up, especially on their part.
Yeah, but
Cause
on your behalf, what like you want me to play it up again,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
or
yeah,
did you
yeah.
see
Cause
enough
I
of
only I saw when he got back there, I saw that, and
Oh, okay.
then I saw
Okay.
when it skipped, because it looked like,
Oh,
because there was somebody walking by, and then it
yes, you're right.
skipped to look like nobody was there.
Yep. Somebody walked by. They
Mm-hmm.
showed that they wanted that little piece to show, but then they switched to where he pointed the gun that way to make it look like he pointed the gun at him. But see, they was
Oh,
gone. Yeah, that's what they doing. Yeah. Even my sister told him we could see the glitches. She said that. She said, "Yeah, we see the glitches. We don't know if you did AI or what. We saw. We could tell that was not straight through. That was a glitch. Like we could tell that you did
all
something,
right, an
and they didn't
edit,
like that,
because it
huh?"
was edited. It was edited.
Yeah,
It was
that's right. They
edited.
told us it wasn't edited. They told us the only thing was that it was pieced together from different views. Okay, and they told us that it wasn't edited. Uh, then she tried to say, well, maybe a little bit for time's sake, but the people said this happened in the middle of no time. Even the news reporters say it happens. They said it happened so quick. So that means the video shouldn't have been that long where they had to shorten it, right? So let me play it again. So I played the video before this one. I played the one where they was accusing him of walking in with a woman with a gun, holding her hostage, locking the door. They said that they saw him walk in with a woman and he had a gun on him. And then I played this one where we don't see none of that happening at all. I'm looking for
Right,
the
because
numbers
where
of
was the woman? That was his
yeah.
girlfriend.
No, it was
Was the
no
woman
woman.
supposed? Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
made up woman. They made up a woman. And you know what they do, ladies? They always say a woman is in danger. Why would you say that? That's a woman. Why? Well, and so they made up this imaginary fucking woman. And we're gonna play that one again. I'll play that one because it's short, and then we could play the what you call them again. Let's see. So y'all can hear what they were saying originally. Okay, let me see. No, it was not this. Is it the video? Yeah. Okay.
With President Donald Trump's signature tonight,
Him.
the longest government shutdown in America.
Okay, here we go.
About last night's officer-involved shooting, police have now identified the suspect, they say, as 54-year-old Emmanuel Harris. This happened, remember, around 8:30 last night on Canal and North Galvez streets. Police said the officer saw Harris pointing a weapon at several bystanders before going into a convenience store there. They immediately called for backup. Officers found a woman was inside that store with Harris, so they believe she was in danger.
There was a female inside the store. They could not see the female immediately, but they did see.
There was a female in the store, but they couldn't see her immediately because she was hiding. But they shot him because he was going to get a female that they didn't even know was in the store. That don't make sense. But okay.
See the individual with a weapon inside, and it looked like he was pointing the weapon at the female. Believing that the female was in danger, they took a shot and they struck the individual.
Now, police say that woman was not hurt. Harris, they say, was taken to the hospital.
Okay. Let me see where that happened. Let's see. Here you go. Oh, okay. No, that's not the one. Okay, so maybe according to the police officer, Harris was armed with a gun, walking towards him, and saw Harris pointing the gun at several bystanders before entering. Officers saw Harris inside the store with a woman, and it appeared Harris was pointing his gun towards her. Okay. Now, um, police believe the woman was in danger. So they saw see where it says they saw him with a woman. They saw her with, but now they're saying well, she was in there, but they didn't see her. but she was in there. That's what the video said. That's what the officer said. So how they believe the woman was in danger, they didn't even know she was in there. But they have to let me play it again because maybe I'm
At
hearing it
last
wrong.
check,
I
he
could be
is
hearing
in
it wrong.
critical condition.
How do I get it to rewind? Is it on YouTube? I don't see a YouTube thing. Okay, I know how to do it. Okay, let's hear it again.
About last night's officer-involved shooting, police have now identified the suspect, they say, as 54-year-old Emmanuel Harris. This happened, remember, around 8:30 last night on Canal and North Galvez streets. Police said the officer saw Harris pointing a weapon at several bystanders before going into a convenience store there. They immediately called for backup. Officers found a woman was inside that store with Harris, so they believe she was in danger.
There was a female inside the store. They could not see the female immediately.
Okay. You saw how you said there was a female inside the store. The reason they know that, remember they went through the store and then popped out? She popped out. But they had already shot him by then. So the reason they claiming they shot him is because there was a woman in the store. That's what they say.
But they did see the individual with a weapon inside, and it looked like he was pointing the weapon at the female. Believing that the female was in danger, they took a shot and they struck the individual.
Now you heard what this man said, that there was a female in there because they know that after the fact. But he said even though they didn't see a female. So if they didn't see a female, that means they did not know she was
So
in
how
there,
they
right?
gonna right? And then how they gonna know she was in danger? Because
Exactly.
listen, we need to
That's
find out if Benjamin Crump is taking cases. Okay.
No, I know that's right. Because whoever take this case, they gonna get paid. Because he gonna
Yeah,
get
oh
paid.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. No, seriously,
Um.
bomb. We need to mm-hmm. That's the
Now let me
yeah.
see. I think this the video they put out. Let me see. We're gonna see because it's the one that pissed me off, right? Because it wasn't the whole thing. They still putting out little different clips. Um. Let me see if this is it.
About a Halloween crime spree that ended with NOPD officers shooting a barricaded suspect.
Listen to this story, okay? Listen to this story. Barricaded suspect or spree. This is what they said about my brother.
We're learning more information at 5 o'clock about a Halloween crime spree that ended with NOPD officers shooting a barricaded suspect. He's been identified as 54-year-old Emmanuel Harris.
And now we are learning more about how that night unfolded. WDSU reporter Shay O'Connor joins us live from North Galvez and Canal with a timeline of his alleged crimes. Shay.
Gina and Travers. Plus, we're getting a new look at what happened during those chaotic moments inside of the gas station right behind me as NOPD worked to get the situation under control. These pictures show the moments 54-year-old Emmanuel Harris allegedly went inside a store at the intersection of Canal and Galvez Halloween night, armed with a gun. Those who witnessed the crime say he locked the door before he was seen waving the gun and pointing it at employees. New Orleans police also say he demanded cash.
See, they got to keep people off the streets like that. You never know what people can do.
Bobby Ann says she saw Harris when he first went inside the convenience store. Police soon responding to...
Y'all see, they lying on that woman because we found out, like, she live around there. She didn't say shit like that. She answered. You see how they ask a question and then they use only the little piece of the clip they wanted. And they lucky they used the word alleged. His alleged crime spree, because I would be suing their ass too.
To what they described as a barricaded situation.
It was a lot of enforcement out here, so.
NOPD says an officer shot Harris after he was seen waving the gun. This photo showing the scene inside the store just moments after. Officials praising the quick efforts of their officers.
The whole incident, I believe, took about 11 minutes from start to finish, where we were able to apprehend him and bring him to the hospital.
Police say shortly before the barricaded situation, Harris tried to carjack someone right around the corner at Bienville in Galvez as the driver was stopped. Many in the community just glad the entire ordeal wasn't worse.
And I thank God that they caught him and, nobody else got hurt in the process of it.
Gina and Travers, at last check, Harris was still in critical condition. Once released, we're told that he will be charged for his alleged crimes. Reporting live from Mid-City at Canal and Galvez, Shay O'Connor, WDSU News.
Man, y'all see how they added? So y'all, that's now let's look at the video. Based on what they said, my family was listening to all this shit all week. And they don't know what to believe. We know he's nonviolent, but we like, oh, he had that gun, right? Because the picture they showed with him it down, and then they had this black woman who they know, oh, why would she lie on him? But if you listen to her, she ain't say nothing about him except, well, I'm glad you caught him, you know? And they clipped it the way they wanted it to be. But here we go. That's the good thing about having family and people there, because they've been doing the footwork. Let me see. Let me get to the video, the actual video, y'all. Let's go. And we're gonna start from the beginning, from the words, because even their words don't meet this video. How do I make it bigger? Hold up. Okay, here we go. On Friday, October 31st, y'all, a New Orleans police officer observed a man armed with a handgun near South Gavaraz and Canal Streets. After seeing the police officer, the man ran into a nearby gas station. The male entered the store still armed with the gun. Pretty much true. Nothing to hang your hat on. Officers arrived and surrounded the store. While inside the store, the male pointed the fire. Oh, damn! I don't read that fast. I guess I. While inside the store, the male pointed the firearm at patrons, who knows, the store and the store employees. Now, we didn't see him do none of that, but okay, who were able to leave the store. After a short period of time, the man traveled towards the back of the store where a female employee was located, and that is false as well. An officer took one shot, striking the male on his back left shoulder. The male then fell to the ground. The officer entered the store, detained the suspect, and the male was transported to a nearby hospital.
Hold the air for me. I got a guy with a gun approaching my vehicle.
I got a guy with a gun approaching my vehicle. But look all these turns he taking.
North Galvez and Canal. It's going to be a first district call.
How is he approaching his vehicle if he's driving that way and the brother is on the other side of the highway? You see, he had to get on. It's not a highway; it's a street, but it's large. He had to just get on the other side over there. That's why he did all them turns. So if he on one side of the street, I'm gonna show y'all what Canal Street look like, so y'all can understand what I mean. Let's go look for something that says Canal Street. Uh-oh. I don't know what. I spelled that wrong. It'll come. This is Canal Street, right? On the other side of that train, we call that the that's our I call it the car train since I was a little girl,
Not a
right?
trolley.
Yeah, so some people call it trolleys in California. We don't call it a trolley, but Yeah, we call it car train. On the other side is the other side of the street where the man was, where the police was. On this side, on this side of that train is the other side of the street. So it's a large street. It's not a highway, it is a street, but it's wide. Each side has like 3 lanes, and then they got this 2 lane car train track, you see? And so so he was on one side, he says he's approaching me with a gun, right? Got a man approaching me with a gun. And if then, but then he had to take the turns to come back to come to this side. So what do he mean? The man is approaching him with the gun. Is he saying that he just see him walking on this side of the street, walking towards him? And why would he say to, you know what I mean? And if he was, how would he see him from that side to this side? So let me see if there's another clearer view so y'all could maybe this is so see how this where you see this car train at? See how it's 2 lane, there's 2 train tracks.
Mm-hmm.
So these two are on the same, but they got this side. And that's just the center of the street. But then there's the streets on the different sides. It's a wide as street. Let me see if I can find
Okay,
it.
so that makes sense. The train cars are in the middle, and then on the
Middle, yes.
outside, they're
Yes.
going
Or
lanes in opposite
yes.
directions. Okay.
Exactly. And we saw him do these turns with his wheel, right? He took a turn. He had to come to this part to go across the track, and then took another turn to go the opposite way. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it looked like. And that's why you saw him this is long time ago. So it's always been this wide. It just, it's more updated today, but let's see. So that's why you see him do all them turns. And we're gonna see that again. So let's get back to that video. And it don't make sense. So it make more sense that maybe somebody told him, about it, and he's in that area.
Yeah, he's approaching people at the gas station now.
Why they didn't show us him get out at the gas station? But here come my brother. You're gonna see him. You see that somebody standing there? There's nobody in the parking lot for him to point a gun at. You see that? And then he never points. You see how he walked in?
Right. He just went right in.
Right in. There's nobody out there for him to point a gun at or none of that. This is him in. He looked like my daddy. God damn.
Okay, so he went behind the counter.
Yeah, but they're gonna show us the view of that. They're about to show us that now. That's the owner. See him? Look at him. Even he ducking down. He trying to see what's going on. Like, and my brother telling him they after him. Look, people walking in, some people walking out. And that's the guy who called 911 to get him some help. See, they're not scared of him. Look, they're trying to get him to talk. You see that?
You see them feet over there, Bomb?
Mm-hmm. And he talking to him. And that's when they did that glitch. You see how it went?
Right, right, right. Because then also that thing moved, that little that he's holding on to.
Yeah.
It
Plus,
wasn't like
so
that before.
right, and all the people gone. See, when he doing that right there, remember that's when that police say, "Wait a minute, he gone," and then he said, "Oh no, he threw something." So now the police are out there, but they're not making contact with him. They just behind that thing preparing to shoot him. And that's when the police say, "Oh, he's going over something." And then the guy said, "Wait a minute, I got him. Yeah, I got him."
So who
And
he
that's what you
pointing
see.
at
You see that
there?
glass? Did you see that glass just now when he shot? Did you see
No, I
that?
didn't. I didn't go
Wait,
back and look at.
okay, hold up. See it? Wait, it looked like mist. Watch. You see it?
Oh shit! Yeah, that's how they shot him in the back.
Yes. See, soon as he went over, and
Oh,
now that I heard the cop say, "Oh, he's going over. I got it. I got him." And he adjusted it, and then bam, right there. That's when he shot him. That's when they shot him. When did he go in the back? Now
wow.
look. Now look at this. Remember they said they shot him because he went in the back where the person was hiding. The back is back of this door back there. You see that door right here? My
Yeah.
brother he never went to that door. He got shot in front of this, he got shot in front of this thing right here, still in front of the counter. When they go and search and she come out, it's gonna be back there. They claiming that he pointed the gun at her in the back, and that's why they shot him because they thought he was about to hurt her. My brother don't even know she's
Hmm.
there. So um so let me rewind it just a little bit. I hate when I see when he gets shot, man. It's pissing me off, but they're gonna show the other view. See, they're showing from this view when he come across. And that's when that man said, I got him, let me get him. Boom, shot him.
Wow. Wow. So where is this woman? There wasn't a woman.
That's a
Where is
woman,
she?
but we gonna see he don't my brother don't know she there, and they don't know she there. They don't know she there. But she's in that back room.
So they used that.
Yes, they used
Mm,
that to claim, but they said that they saw him holding a gun on her. My brother don't even know she there because they don't even know she there. Even right now, they don't know she there. They just clearing the whole building. See,
mm.
watch, and you gonna see when they come back from back there with her. See that door open? They going
Yeah.
in. They clearing it. They clearing it, and that's when they gonna find out there's a woman back there hiding, as they say. They say she hiding. You see how they clearing it? They going up and down. They don't know she
Yeah,
in
yeah,
there.
yeah. They don't know. They don't know.
Yeah, she may not even know what happened. She, because she's in the back where they doing the cooking and shit at. And now here come a woman. You see,
Yeah.
there's a woman.
So yeah, she was not. Yeah, she
Right.
looked like she got on an apron.
That's where they cook at, girl. This place right
She
here
wanted
sells
to
some of
cook.
the. Yeah, girl, they sell them subs, girl. Them motherfuckers good. Look, this is if you want to go get you some subs in Louisiana, you do not go on Bourbon Street and get them expensive. So you go right here, baby, and got this place is good with the food. Okay, um, that woman is in the back in the cook. See, the police originally told me he went in the back with the cooks and held them at hostage. It's all kinds of stories out there. Even if you go through all the reports until the one today, this one, you will see that they kept adding stuff. They claimed that he was at other stores. He was on a spree. You know,
This is crazy. We
now
gonna
this
reach
is
out to Benjamin Crump. Watch. I'm gonna find this shit. Hold on.
now
Hold up,
this is
Kitty,
when
Kitty,
they go
hold up.
shoot him.
What you
Watch what he
doing,
say.
dude? I'm trying to rotate the. Oh, he shoot. What's that? He threw something.
You heard it? He said, "Oh, he's shooting." Then he said, "Oh no, he threw something." So that's when he threw that bottle. And now,
Oh, okay.
right after, right after he threw that bottle, he waited a couple of seconds and then he went over the counter. Watch what he said.
Hold the turret and let Kenny put the nose of the belt in front of the camera over the turret. Look, he coming over the. Hold up, stand by. I see
You heard him? He said, "Oh, he coming over there." And then he said, "I
Mm-hmm.
see him."
him. I got him.
He said, "I got him." Instead of going get him, he said, "I got him."
Mm-hmm.
And they shot him.
Damn.
Hey, go in.
And then he told him to just go in. Because you know he got him. Square where he was
Damn.
trying to get him. Ain't that something?
Damn, bomb. You all right? This shit a lot right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, it is a lot. Because I ain't gonna even lie. My brother looked like my daddy. As I was watching him, I'm looking. Like he looked just like my dad.
I heard you say that
He looked just like
when
my
he was
dad.
walking around to the back. You said he looked just like, yeah. Mm.
Uh,
I think
So
I think y'all got something. I think y'all got a case for real.
these motherfuckers already under indictment and under federal the people federally watching them. And they know they're in trouble for this one. I'm just happy that he didn't die. But as you can see, they don't care, right? We watch young white people go in stores and murder all kinds of people and still come out of there alive. Nobody shot them through no doors, no windows, no store windows, right? They was able to talk them out, walk them out, and even take some of them to McDonald's or Burger King afterwards. And here goes somebody who's not even pointing at nobody, trying to harm nobody. Um,
Right.
and his eyes look wide open, look like his eyes was wide open, like he was really scared of somebody coming to get him. Right? I saw him fidgeting.
He looked distraught. Listen, did y'all hear the 911 call from the shop owner?
No, that's what we got to get that because the
Yeah,
reason
get
they
that.
add it. Why wouldn't they
Mm-hmm.
add it? Because it doesn't help
Exactly.
their case, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We
But
get that
that's
real
who they was.
fast.
So they called 911, and from my understanding, they also called his girlfriend. They know him. He lived around the
Did she
corner from the
lie and
store.
say she was there?
Yes, but remember, I got her to tell the truth because I'm like, if you was
Mm-hmm.
there, why didn't you see? And if you was there, like, why you don't know what happened? And we could see she's not there, right?
Yeah, because where the fuck is she?
Right? No, the store didn't have no
You said she
food.
was a liar, child.
Yeah, girl, she on drugs too. So when people on drugs, you can only take them.
Yeah,
If
grain
you
of
love them,
salt.
you want to believe them, but you know not to believe them. You know what I mean? So that's my brother. Um, he usually tell me the truth though. My brother, for some reason, he can't lie to me, so he tells me the truth. And he got that smirk where even if he was lying, I would know. He got a crooked smile with him. Girl, he got one of them crooked smile. One of my sons is just like that. He can't even open.
Mm.
When they look at me, they cannot lie to me. They for some reason that's why they don't like talking to me, girl. They don't like talking to me. They just they get quiet and won't say nothing. Hey, King Rooster. Now, what is your? Did you see the video?
What I did is I looked it up. When you first had said something about it, I looked it
Mm-hmm.
up and I had actually saw his picture and his what's his name. But when they said he shot through the door, hey, little baby, stop. He's just having a good old time in that chair. But look, look.
Mm-hmm.
But what got me is the shooting through the door part. Like through the window, you can see a person or whatever. Bro, don't you know the military people can't even do that? It's a rules of engagement. If it ain't
Mm-hmm.
nobody being in harm, even civilians can't do that. Even though we got castle doctrine or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, you cannot shoot through a door. So
How cute
what
that little
allows
one is. How is that my first time seeing him in your cute little
Seriously.
ass?
He's a cutie
God
for an
damn.
pie.
object you cannot shoot? And then even when they have negotiation situations, like somebody got to make the call to say, somebody high up got to say, hey, shoot him. You don't see no police on no phone getting no commands from no top authorities or no whatever going on. But how is you seeing a person and you just decided to take it up on your own to shoot through the door?
Right.
You ain't announcing nothing and say, hey, don't do that or whatever. Put it down. None of that. You ain't saying none of that. But you decide to say, hey, this is the person. Pow. It's not illegal for United States citizens to have a gun because a lot
Right.
of the states down in the South is open carry or whatever carry. That means you can actually have a rifle walking down the road on your back, or actual big rifle. So just because the first time you see a gun, what gives you the mindset to say shoot this person? Because your brother could have been in the building seeing a person with a gun and had a gun. That's how the courts work out, bro. These folks are doing what they want to do, and then what happens is the system backs them up in their wrongdoing. They'll
Right.
try to they'll try to find a way to say he was totally in the wrong when ain't 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 Louisiana a constitutional carry state?
Yep. You could
Because
carry
if
open carry.
okay, if
But
Louisiana
he
is a
did have it
constant,
in his hand. Now he did have it in his hand.
but
But
listen,
mhm.
constitutional carry, that's a different thing though. Constitutional carry means you
Oh,
can carry it. You can carry it, whatever. If he
oh,
wasn't
okay.
pointing it at nobody, or he
Hmm.
wasn't actually threatening nobody with it, you can have it. Because there's a lot of, like Florida got that big thing too. Like they got rules that you can carry a gun, even an AR-15 while you fishing. But they
Oh,
had
yeah, yeah.
problems out of polices approaching people that was going fishing, but they had their rifle. So you
Yeah.
got to just look
If they
into it.
black, they don't really
Well,
say nothing to
yeah,
the white people.
now they don't say nothing to white man. White folk walk
Yeah.
Walmart with
But did you
like
wait a minute?
John
So
Wayne.
did you see this video? Because I want to know. So the
Go
videos
ahead,
that
run.
you
You can
saw.
run it.
Wait a minute. Hold up. What you mean I can run? So the videos that you saw ahead of time, I know what they were saying. But the video that
Right,
we just saw that they had to release is nothing like what they were saying before.
right.
He didn't do
You
none of
remember
the
when I
things they were saying. Go ahead.
right? You remember when I had a conversation? I kind of like throwed out. I was like, I saw a video based on what you said, and it was this certain person with this initial when you actually told me, right?
Yeah, I told you that
What
was him. Yeah.
happened was in the videos, and then I also looked at another during the Halloween situation, right? It was
Mm-hmm.
other news sources was saying that it was other stuff going on across town around the same time, right? So they
Mm-hmm.
basically will try to throw all that shit on your brother. Like he
Yes, they
did a
was.
crime spree. And then they got some of the sickest black folks, bald head, big lip motherfuckers got on there. Said, I saw that motherfucker. I said, They say, man, we got to do something better about what people like that don't. Do you know the nigga before you even say people like that don't need to be out here? But that's what they'll do. Just think. New Orleans is like a multicultural place. Why they couldn't get a white person that was tourists to say, did you see anything? They always get the niggas that got a Coke 45 in their goddamn hand, or the motherfuckers is looking for that dope too. That'll
Mm.
say, did you see anything? No, they ain't seen anything. Oh well, just tell these folks you saw something. I'm gonna slip you $20. Just get up on camera, fix yourself up a little bit. That's what they be doing in the black community. That shit
Yeah,
crazy. And
but it
when
looked
I
like they edited
Mm.
that woman the video, but they why didn't they ask the store owners, y'all? Y'all never y'all we in none of them
because they
videos.
might be illegal. That's come
No, they're
on
not
now.
illegal. They own the
Okay.
store. They didn't because we saw them trying to help my brother in their video. He was in their store.
Right.
They was
Mhm.
trying to help
Because
him.
he might be a normal customer. So they
He
knew him. They looking like
is.
right. So they ain't a lot of time, man, a lot of time people don't really want to get into it because it might be other stuff they got going on that we don't know about.
No,
So
why would listen? That's not it. The people was them people was trying to help my brother. They called 911 because my brother thought somebody was chasing him, trying to shoot him. And
well,
he went behind them and they there. You didn't see the videos. Oh my God.
well,
Anyway,
I'm
and I
saying
just
no, no,
played the
no, ain't
shit.
nothing like that. No, I'm just saying I understand what you're saying without
Well,
even
you
seeing
can't
the video. Yeah,
understand what I'm saying.
he might have went off in their store because he knew of
He
them
didn't
or
what you
whatever.
mean might have, dude? Listen.
Well, okay. I'm
If
speaking.
you see
I'm
the
speaking
video,
in.
you will see and so it's hard. I'm gonna give you the link. You can go look at it real quick if you want. Goddamn.
Oh,
I
okay.
just ran it
Maybe
twice. I
I'm just speaking like how like when
yeah,
they
but
go to court,
I
that's how they will
asked people
speak.
to come up to express what they saw. Give
Okay.
me your honest opinion, but you can't give me your honest opinion because you didn't see the actual video. I know
Okay.
you saw the so
Based on the newscasting, I looked at it like it was bullshit. That's my honest opinion because
okay.
of who they showed on the
Right.
like when
I
they
got you.
yeah, I already knew it. I was like, damn, shit, they bullshit. What the hell?
Okay, let me look in the
And
chat.
then I also thought the same thing. I also thought the same thing. Okay, if
Okay.
something happened in a place of business, why wouldn't it be the person
Okay.
that owns the store speaking out? So I was looking at it like
Exactly.
that. I
I
live
was one
in
thinking that
hood
too.
areas. Yeah.
Hey
So
Lena.
I
Hi
already
everybody.
understand.
No, I was looking like that too. I was like, why? Because if they would have stood up and spoke, then I would have known, because they would have definitely the owners would have said something. They would say, yeah, they
Right.
came into this thing, and they even did it with Michael Brown, even though the police lied on them. Them people threatened them people. Man, that shit was crazy with Michael Brown, man.
Oh yeah.
When they was claiming they were getting strong armed, he went in the store to strong arm, robbed them people. And them people knew who he was, just like these people know who my brother are. They regulars, you know. And they also
Right.
know he on drugs. They know all of that. They know his girlfriend. They know everything about their family. So,
Usually those stores do because people gonna hang around the same store because they comfortable in that neighborhood or that area.
right.
Ain't nobody just
We all do
jumping
that
from
though,
store
right?
to store. Yeah, yeah. I always
Yeah.
go when I go buy whatever I need. I go to the certain stores based on whatever their prices
Hey,
is, and people,
Stan.
yeah, they already know what I'm finna come in there and get. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm gonna get the same thing over and over. So I'm known for what I'm
Mm,
finna do.
yeah. But they shot him, then they cleared out the building, and they found a woman back there who was in the kitchen. That's where the kitchen is. And so yeah, I have been on the phones a lot with people, getting bits of information, but you never know who to believe until. So we had all agreed that they gonna show us a video, and then we gonna go from there. And the police, I didn't like. We knew they lied, but god damn, like this is different. We know the police lied, right? But
Mhm.
not until you in it do you realize that they lied a whole lot, and then a video comes out. Like for instance, the young woman with the hot water, the pot, right?
Yeah, that boy
Before
going
the
to jail.
pot, they was making it seem like she tried to harm the police, but then they had to release their tape early because lawyers got involved, all kinds of people got involved, right? But actually, I
Right.
think that was a month after too. By the time the video came out, I don't think it happened. Like it didn't happen overnight. It took a couple of weeks, almost a month, before the video was released. And now we see the video, and the video don't say what they said, right? Um, they made it seem like the mom called for help. The mom warned the people that that she mentally ill, and then she ended up calling the police because she heard something, and then that man asked her to go get the pot off the stove because and then he shot her because she had the pot of hot water in her hand.
Right. But just like your brother, look, the
Thank
thing
you,
about
Uda.
what's going on with it, what up with it, Uda? But look, the thing about that, bro, just shooting somebody in their back, period. Like when you a civilian and you a regular person, the moment a person turns away from you, it shows no sign of aggression. They can be try to attack you, and I'm telling y'all, when it come down to self-defense, a person can be in the midst of a attack. The moment they turn their body away from you, the dynamics
Mhm.
change. That's a self-defense. They'll tell you that when you try to get your gun license, the moment that a person is turn their back away from you, that's a fleeing motion. So the threat is
Right.
no longer there. You are liable for the decision you make if you pull that trigger. So
Okay.
if he
Here we
wasn't,
go.
if
They said
yeah,
that they said they saw him run in. First, they said they saw him walk in with a woman and had a gun to her. Okay. But now that I'm listening to what they're saying it so vaguely. So they could have. I thought they meant that because they said that they saw him walk in with a woman there. But maybe to me, I thought they were saying he walked in with her and held her hostage. They even said that he barricaded. They use all kind of terms like barricade, man, but you never see no barricade, right? There's none of that shit that they mentioned. But here you go. Here you go. They said that he was pointing at the people outside. Okay. The police said, yeah, he's pointing the weapon at people outdoors, outside the store. That's what the man said. In fact, let's hear him say it. Fuck it. You ain't got to go by what I say. Let's hear what he says. It should be right here. Here we go.
For me, I got a guy with a gun approaching my vehicle. At North Galvez and Canal. It's going to be a first district call.
hey, how's a guy approaching his vehicle and he's still driving though? He doing a whole lot of steering
Exactly.
wheel. That's crazy.
Thank you for saying that. I'm not sure if you see when I said that, but it's because he's on the other side of the street and he claiming that he approaching him. Now I ain't gonna lie, I'm not. Maybe I'm going crazy, but I could swear I hear his phone going bling, bling, bling.
Is
Y'all
that
don't
what
hear
that
it?
is? That's his phone? I kept hearing that. Yeah.
Yeah, that is his
Yeah, I'm
phone.
hearing something ringing.
So somebody is telling him about my brother. So we're gonna get all the 4 years for everything because he's reporting it as if he see my brother, but he's too far away. I showed y'all how the street look for him to see my brother with that gun. So maybe there's somebody out. You be having snitches and people and different things who may have who might be saying, "Hey, this is what I see somebody doing." You know, walking with a gun.
But Bomb Cherry, he made too wide of a turn to be talking about somebody approaching him. Look how many times he turned that wheel. He's
That,
still in motion. How is you that close
yes,
to somebody and somebody approaching you and you made that many maneuvers on the steering wheel?
That's what
that's
she was
right.
saying earlier.
Yep. That's why I showed everybody the street. so you can understand where he was on Canal versus where my brother was, and how he had to turn. He had to take one, two, he had to take three turns to get on that side of the road, right? Because he this way, he stops, so he turns, and then he got to go a little bit, and then he got to turn again, that wide turn, like you said, right? And go a little more and be right there at the store. But it looked, yeah. So he wouldn't have been able to see my brother with no gun from way over there at 8:30 at night. And even though it's not real dark, right? But it is dark. Y'all see that? We looking at him. We see when my brother run up. That's not daylight, right? So here we go. We're gonna see. You hear it? Y'all
He's
hear the phone?
approaching people at the gas station now.
And they say he's approaching people at the gas station now. And now we're gonna see when my brother, who is he approaching? They ain't got nobody out there. They got that man standing there, and somebody just went in. And that's my brother right there running in. Do it look like he approached anybody waving a gun at him? No, he ran directly in.
Mm-mm.
He got that gun in his right hand. Was I right about that?
Yeah, he had it in his left and then he
Yeah, because
shifted it
he's
to the right.
left-handed. That's right. He's left-handed. So when it's in his right
It's in
hand,
his
like it
right
is
hand.
now, yeah, but he can't use it in his right hand because he's left-handed.
That's how he been carrying it the whole time, it looked like.
Yeah, I think it was in his left hand at first, and then he switched it over.
But look how he moving. The man
Mm-hmm.
that's actually running the store is sitting there right there with him. He might be
Exactly.
conversating and telling them, hey man, somebody out there. That man that's behind him ain't scared. He's scared of what's finna come through the door.
Right. Watch, he gonna duck with him. Watch. Yeah, he know my brother. Look, he not scared. They know him.
No, he's standing back in the corner. He's saying, look, whatever. I'm just standing behind you because you actually got the gun. And
And
look at
look,
the other dude.
that's his son. Yeah, that's the other person who worked there. Look at him.
And they
And
probably
he
just
took.
told him to get down. Just get down. Just don't do nothing. Look at how their body language is. Because he actually calling somebody for him. The man down, your brother down, and they still standing up. They, if they were scared of him, they would have got out that stove.
Tell me. Oh, okay.
You see
What
what
you
I'm
coming out
saying?
right now? Okay. What you thought?
Right there.
You see how they still interacting,
Yeah, right.
walking. He
What's
moving with
weird?
them.
Wait a
The
minute.
guy that just walked past him is on the phone and has a gun.
Wait a minute.
So he,
Wait a minute.
yeah,
I gotta be.
yeah,
Wait, somebody else had a gun?
The guy that
yeah.
upstairs.
The
Oh,
person
show
behind him, he got a
you.
gun. So
Oh,
they
see
scared
that
of what's
shit?
finna
In the
come
front
through the
back.
door.
Y'all see this shit? That I remember I told you that's what we found out. We found out that my brother went in there scared that somebody was after him. But we don't know if somebody's after him or not. I don't know if the police was really after him, so I'm not making that claim, right? Because
Boy, that
we
boy
know
got
that
a
my
Taurus
brother is
9
on.
in his hand. The white man got a Taurus 9. It looked like a
Y'all
Taurus
see
9.
that shit? I
Yeah.
noticed that.
So they was finna protect him.
Yes, they was about to protect him.
The same guy comes back. He's on the phone.
Yes, he on the phone. This guy look like he on the phone now. So they the ones, see, they called 911. So I did find out that. Found out that that's why they letting him be back there. You see, they ain't making him leave. They ain't got no guns against him. Because they could have put their gun against him. See, he walking behind him with a gun. So they felt no threat on my brother.
Nope. He was
Wow,
in
I
there with
just noticed that.
because
If it
he
wasn't for
know
you, I
them.
wouldn't even notice that. And they letting him stay back there. You see how they letting him stay back there?
They
they did tell
basically
him
with the body
police that he
language was
wasn't
telling them get down. They was basically telling him to hide, just in case
right.
somebody come through the door, they
Look, he
wouldn't see
talking
him
to him now, and
first.
that's when, and then he leaving, and that's when the
No, the
glitch
other
happened. You
person
see?
is checking the other door, probably locking the other door. So that's where the
Mm.
barricade come in. So
Nope, no, they ain't locked the door.
do
They
that.
left. The police told
Oh
them to
shoot!
leave, so they left. But they went. They telling them that he's in there, and and somebody's chasing them. So they already know what's going on. The police before they shot him.
But look,
Not only
nine times
did
out of ten
remember
is
his girlfriend even talked to him. See, by now she's back. They got
if
everybody
he
pushed back, and she's telling them, "No, don't hurt him, don't hurt him." And then she goes in and say, "Well, he's on drugs, he this, he that." You see?
Bob, if your brother was in a situation, he in the building with another person that got a gun that's standing behind him, they'd have shot
Hmm.
the person that was scared of him would have shot him in the back of the head. They
Right.
maneuvered themselves away from around him, and also he had got down. You got to think about it. Before you can get to your phone, a person would tell you at least hide, get down, or get out of eyesight
Hmm.
of people until we can figure out, because everything moving fast. They was actually aiding him and whatever he told them, they was actually aiding him. Say, hey, whatever going on, we don't know what's going on. You coming up in here, look, just get down, get down. But that person that's leaving, I believe that person was getting out of the way to get in position to see what's finna come through that door. That's like a tactical move. So you can
Hmm.
triangle it out. So if somebody do come through that door, they'll see him, but you got another person that's from the back. They can shoot towards whoever finna come from that point of aim.
Can
Where
we look
your
at the
brother
video?
aiming
Because
at?
I don't know, you on to a whole nother thing. That man left
Nah,
out because the
I'm
police,
just a shooter like that. My bad. I'm just a
where
shooter
the
like that.
police
Hit
told
it
him
up.
to leave. Right? So
Yeah.
even right now, when they saying that he pointed at somebody, there's nobody in that store from the pointing at. Everybody's gone except the one
Oh,
woman who nobody knows is in there because she's still in the back. Okay, so he paranoid, and it's weird. It's weird that he's paranoid and he really got shot. It's almost like he knew, which I don't doubt. Look
but
at
he
him; he's
looking for
scared.
some. He looking for
Yeah.
somebody.
Look, he gonna and look. He ain't shooting at no guns. Look what he doing. He picking. Y'all see? Wait, let me see him do that again. Wait a minute. I'm gonna take it a little back. I want to see something. I want to see when he throw that. Which call? You see, he left-handed. You see how he threw that with his left hand? My brother's left-handed. He got the gun in his right hand because he ain't got nothing in it, y'all. He know it's fake. He know it. He know it's fake. Shit. I'm sorry to be laughing because it's not funny, but it's just I don't want to cry, and that's when they shot him.
But you know that them guns that them boys had, and they were real. Shoot, I saw the top of that slide on that thing. You can see that chrome on there.
And then when somebody else walked out of there with a gun,
How the hell they shoot him through the door though?
You see that shit? That's
That's crazy,
crazy.
bro. Yeah, okay, if
That's
that
real
ain't
look what
fucking
they
nobody in
shot
there,
him with.
crazy.
Look what they shot him with, Vic. Hold up, let me show you.
a beanbag.
Hey, hold up. What you doing,
Hell
mute? I'm trying
no.
to rotate the. Oh, he shoot. What's that? He threw something.
Oh yeah, this standard AR-15, 5.56.
Look, look, look. He coming over there. Hold up. Stand by. I see him. I got him.
God, what round that is, Vic?
Damn.
Hey, go in.
Now you can't tell what round it is, but the whole
Uh,
thing is they didn't
yeah,
get into a
my husband can tell
negotiation
what round.
situation.
I asked my husband what round it is, and he told me. You may not know how to tell about a round, but he was. What it was, Vic?
No, I'm saying a 5.56
Wait,
gonna be in one of them.
my husband is talking. What you said, Vic?
5.56 NATO.
5.56 NATO. Okay. What you were
That's what
saying?
I was just saying. I said 5.56.
No,
I
you
was
said
looking
you
at the clip.
can't tell.
I
You
said,
only said that after
okay,
you heard my husband say that.
no, that's a lie. I said it could be 5.56 based on that clip. Them clips come from Palmetto State Arms. Them PSA. Look, them clips right there. Them PMags. I can look at that
Mm-hmm.
clip and tell it's a PMag. I got about 7 or 8, 9 of them.
Mm-hmm.
They PMag, polymer mags, but most of the times they ain't gonna hit you with no 308 because the bullets cost too much to just be doing some regular shit. 5.56 NATO is meant to wound or drop a person because it's a fast round. It ain't meant to destroy nothing. It's just gonna punch straight through you and put you down. Whatever.
And let
If
they
you
shoot you in your
survive,
back, and then you become what?
There you go. Did
paralyzed
more
like
than
a
that.
motherfucker, especially if they got the hollow tip, the expansion rounds. If they hunter, if they game rounds, they're gonna expand and they're gonna do
Hubby
something different.
said solid core.
Yeah, he talking about the full metal jacket, solid core with the rod in the middle of it, the green tip. The
He
green
said, yeah,
tip
because
got the
it went through
solid.
the window. It went through the window.
Yeah, the green tip, usually the green tip, and I think they got a purple one or whatever, a black tip. What it got is it got a steel core in it. It's like a solid pin rod in there. Once
Mm-hmm.
that bullet hits, that rod gonna continuously travel. Even though the little shrapnel breaks off on the edge, a little copper, it's got a
Mm-hmm.
pin rod in there, and it still go. It's for deep penetration. I ain't
So what
supposed
you
to
think,
let
babe?
you know I know that.
No. About him, like, did it look like he was warranted to be shot by police?
No.
Anybody think that he was warranted to be shot?
Nope,
Like, did he?
nope.
Hell
Did,
no. No.
Oh
Those
no.
They
people could get out of there safely with no issue, right? And I'm certain, like
Mhm.
you said, if they called on his behalf, then they didn't feel like he was a danger to them.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
They
Hey,
could have
Dimples.
Okay.
de-escalated.
I'm so
Hey
sorry.
Dimples. Hey mama, how you?
Hey, how you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My voice. No, I was saying I apologize for cutting you. I just got
No, you're fine.
okay.
What you were saying, Dimples?
what I was saying, they ain't get into
Wait,
no
wait,
negotiation situation.
wait.
God
What
damn.
you
I'm
were
not.
saying,
She
Dimples?
said
Okay.
Dimples, not Vic.
Right. Okay. No. Well, actually, listen. If your brother was a threat to those that was beside him, because I've seen this video, he would have been shot. So make it make sense. They was protecting him. Oh my
Mm.
God. Oh.
Go ahead, Vic. Go ahead, Vic.
Weird thing. Let me go.
Vic.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I was looking at the body language and everything, and even what the police did. Soon as they step on the scene, they did not initiate a negotiation situation or even they have the wherewithal to see how many other folks was in there. They went based off of whatever they was told. That's too fast to get shot that quick. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When you come up on a building, you don't know how many people in the building. You don't know if it's kids in there. You know, for a person to take a shot just because you can say, "I see him." Don't you know them 5.56 bullets? If you hit the right texture in the building, they can ricochet, right? So you can
Mm.
also, as a police, you endangering the lives of other people that might be ducked down behind a potato chip a rack or whatever, because the bullet can hit a towel or whatever. Because 5.56 ain't really made for deep penetration, like a 308 or 30-06 or whatever. It ain't made for that.
Damn, Rooster.
That
One day we're
bullet.
gonna have to get you and my husband and a few others so y'all can talk about them guns, okay? Because I don't even know how to use
Well,
them,
he'll tell you
clean
I'm
them.
right because you
No,
can
he in
hit the
shower
wrong
now. No,
thing with that. Look,
I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you, man.
you can
He was
hit the
agreeing with
wrong
you.
thing with it. That you can hit the wrong thing with that 5.56, and if you hit it at a certain angle, it'll ricochet. That's why you hit it, or you hear a thump or a crack. If it cracks,
Mm.
it's close to you. If you hear ching, that means it's going somewhere else, and you hear a thump, your ass hit. Shit, get your
You
asshole.
could see when that
Shit.
glass exploded, and y'all know. First of all, them gas
Yeah.
stations don't have just regular glass. Them some thick
Mm-hmm.
ass glass,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Where
it's like
bullets not
bulletproof.
really supposed to go through them, but they got that special ass bullet,
That's that 5.56 bullet. Them bitches big.
and you could
no,
hear it
no,
when it get.
no. A 5.56 ain't nothing but a glorified 22 with extra powder. It just got a little thump to it. It's based on the grain of the bullet you can get. You can get 55 grain, you can get 65 grain, or you can get a certain. Everything like when you get a gun, it's all about
Mhm.
the tool of the trade, what you gonna get it for, and what you need to
Right.
use it for. You change your
That's
bullets based on what you need to do with that bullet. If you want
yeah. That's
something
what
that's
happened
gonna
to me.
deep penetrate, that's why you use the green tip, the NATO. If you want something that's gonna put terminal ballistic damage, you get like a hollow point, something that's gonna spread like a mushroom. It's gonna mushroom out and it's gonna
I
dump
have some
all its
black
energy.
talons. I have some black
Oh, don't be
talons
saying them
that.
certain names. Hell no.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm.
Yeah, you can
They used to
boy.
call them
Shit.
Sikh
Yeah,
deleters. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But it's
But
certain
they
bullets
they
like
wasn't legal. They were legal, and then they illegal to buy, so they took them off the market. But if you have them, they can't make you give them to them. So we had a lot of them.
yeah, just like the
But
it's a certain
but
gun.
wait a minute, because
Go
remember
ahead.
we talk about guns, but I'm talking about my brother, and I don't want.
Oh
I
yeah,
really
yeah,
don't
yeah,
want
yeah.
to
My
have to.
bad, my bad, my bad.
It's okay. It's okay. It is a good conversation, but it's not. I don't want to think about. Because my brother just got shot. I just watched him, and I still haven't hit me yet, y'all. Because it still haven't hit me.
Right, bomb.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, because I've been trying to see what the next move is. What's this? What's that? But I told y'all, look, I never hide that my brother is on drugs to y'all, right? I've never hid that from nobody. Like, and so, but I've always said that he's not. Like, he is loved by even people he's stolen from. The people in stores where he's not allowed to go in stores and they let him in their stores. Because he is just that likable. And when he clean and everything, he is the best person. He'll do anything for you. Even when he's strung out, girl, he'll come over there and ask you, can he do your hair? He'll sit down, put you between his legs and scratch your scalp for him as long as you give him a few dollars. So he can go get what he gotta get, and then he gonna come back and scratch your head and rub your feet or anything. He's that type. If he was here right now, I'd get him to detangle my hair for me. Wouldn't have to find nobody to do it. Uh, so that's the type of person he is, and but then he on them drugs. So everybody in the family, like we everybody's confused because we know that he's not violent, but so then we hear about a gun and then they show us a picture and then they start talking about this spree, and then we like, well, wait a minute. We know he's still, but he ain't doing no sprees. He ain't holding nobody hostage. He ain't drawing no guns. He ain't doing that. He gonna go in and the meat's gonna be in his. I don't know where he put it. To be honest, I can't even lie to you. I'd be lying if I tell you how they be boosted. And it's not even just him. It's a whole network of motherfuckers. It's not just him. I be saying it's just him. No, it's a whole network of them. And so if they would have said he going to jail for stealing or he been on these drugs or you know yeah, okay. We know he'd have panicked before like this, and was girl. The last time he was in jail was because he took some drugs. He panicked and he was sitting on somebody's porch hiding, naked, girl. He was hiding, sweaty and naked, and thought somebody was gonna get him. So this is not his first time doing this, but you think he would learn his lesson. But I'm quite sure he didn't never think he would get shot. I don't know, right? But but we just want to make sure he get treated fairly. So if the crime is, hey, you on drugs, that's more of a sickness. That is a sickness because he tried to be off it. You can see what he looked like when he's off the drugs. Um, And you could right now you could like he shredded down some weight a little bit.
Me bomb. Look. I
Uh,
know you going through a thing, but look. I'm gonna tell you, boy.
but,
Look, as a man,
mm,
and it might make you laugh. No disrespect, look. I remember the
okay.
time I was hiding, scared, and buck naked. I was doing something I ain't had no business doing. Jumping out the goddamn window. I'm talking about goddamn it. And the bad part about it, I got mad because I just cracked the beer open and the nigga pulled up. Boy, I had to get up out that house so goddamn fast. Shit, boy. Shit. But look, boy. Jumping out that goddamn window. Leaving the drawers, at the edge of the damn shit. And just think about running through a neighborhood you don't know nobody, boy. They gonna think you on something, goddamn it. They gonna think you on something, shit. But guess what? I live to fight another day, shit. And I'm here now, saved, shit. Trials and tribulations I had, just being a young fool. Yeah, boy, don't you go up in them folk house, boy. Shit, Nick name wasn't even on the lease, and I'm thinking I'm up in that high and proud, boy. Shit, shit. I was sweating like a nigga on dope. I ain't know what he had, and shit. I left with all what I had. Shit, I don't know what happened to it, but I left it. But I made it though. So shit, you never
Oh
know, man.
man.
Shit,
Anyway,
and I
y'all,
ain't
I'm
had
gonna
no
end
drugs in my system. Don't you
it.
end it yet?
You had something
No,
else in your system.
boy,
Okay.
shit. Shit,
You
high
was running you was running on what they call it when you men
no,
get hard and
look,
everything and you ready to
no, I had high pride, Red Bull, and a shot of black coffee, and I was ready to root. But this shit didn't happen. I said, God damn, running out there, motherfucker, left my shit. Got a hard on, boy. Shit, boy, boy.
keep
Boy,
it.
the only
Anyway,
thing
y'all,
I look,
I'm about to
go ahead.
look. I'm about to end this stream unless y'all want to keep it going
Nah,
because I
boy, I
haven't
got to
gotten
get.
any sleep.
Yeah, I got to get me some sleep. I be working every day. You know, I
Good, but
work
go
every
get you
day.
some sleep, and we'll be
Yeah.
back tomorrow, y'all. Maybe I'll
All right, now. Good talking to
I'll be
y'all.
the
I hope
processed
everything
all
turned
this
out
shit.
right.
Yeah, because I watched this video yesterday. I haven't been able to sleep since. I haven't been asleep. I was laying down and trying to go to sleep, tossing and turning. Um,
I
and
already
then I
know
had a
how it
doctor's
go.
appointment. So ever since
Oh,
the first
that's
time I saw this
terrible.
video, yeah, I haven't closed my eyes for real since watching it.
Mm.
But
I'm
I'm
trying to
telling you,
keep
you might
strong
need
for
to
my
start
sister.
smoking weed. Smoke you a little
I just asked my doctor about some CBD, is that what it
yeah.
called? And
But you
marijuana
gotta be
and
careful. You gotta be careful with that
TCT.
though. Be careful with it because if you got if you opt to get like a medical marijuana license, they'll
Uh-huh.
stop you from owning guns. So if you
Oh,
do it,
really?
yeah, that's it's marijuana is not legal federally.
Oh,
It's not
federally.
no. So
Oh.
like if they really wanted to make everybody a felon, for all of
Mhm.
the people
They
that get
could.
caught with marijuana in their system, they can actually test you like they do a field sobriety test, a DUI test. If you blow hot and you get connected with a pistol, they can actually charge you with a felony, even if it's gun in your name and you ain't got no felony. But based on your toxicology report saying that a schedule 1 or 2
But
drug
if I
is in
got a
your
medical
system.
though, if it's just for medical
Yeah,
use,
yeah. Look, you better start looking it up. Look, that medical
damn.
marijuana card automatically exempts you from owning a firearm. So that's why folks be
Oh.
on channels be talking, I'm smoking weed and everything, and they be telling folks, pull up, I got my pistol. Boy, you can call the police on that. That motherfucker smoking dope and he got a gun.
I know that's it. Damn, I
Look,
didn't know that. I'm glad you told me because
yeah.
I sure don't want to lose
Ask,
my rights.
ask Mr. Bomb. He know. He know.
Yeah, he
You can't
probably know. He
have
in the
no.
shower.
You
Now
can't
you know
not
he in the
have. You
shower. He
cannot.
think I'm getting in there with him, but I'm pissed off at him, and he ain't. I ain't getting no shower with him for
Well,
two,
it's
three
better be
weeks,
pissed
if
off and
not
pissed
longer.
on. Look, that shower
Okay,
gonna
well,
rain on both of
me
y'all.
not
Get
getting
up
in the
in that
shower with
shower.
him
Look.
is like me
I'm
pissing on him.
wait
Okay, you rather me piss
Look,
on him than to not
shit.
get in that shower.
No,
Okay.
it's better be pissed off than
a
pissed on.
minute.
Get up in that shower. Get in the shower.
Just say they be
That is me
Cooling
pissed
water,
off them to be pissed
cooling
off.
water,
Now,
cooling
Vic,
water. Yeah, that cooling water. That's the cooling water. It gonna bring it. Look, it nurtures your soul.
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
I see JP over there fighting with some people, so. Oh, and I
Oh,
did
he
look at that.
back. Yeah,
Yeah, he over there fight. He was fighting with what you
drip
call
them.
him? Huh? Good them, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They be trying to triangle my boy down. I got to get back over there in the fight, man. These folk, I don't know what's wrong with these people.
Remember, he has to I don't know why he leave his shit to go fight them on their shit. He should fight them on his shit so
Yeah,
he
but
get paid.
see
But when he went over there, their numbers go up because of him.
him.
And he don't know
Yeah.
how to move right. And JP be listening, you goddamn it. I told you wasn't gonna keep that license long. You wasted everybody's goddamn time, okay?
You crazy.
I,
Lord, auntie, you crazy. Shit
I look,
now.
I was
Eh,
being like his aunt or his mom would say, "Hey, are you gonna stick with it?" And listen, I'm one of them people too. At times, I haven't stuck with everything that I've done, so I'm not judging him on no. But I'm like, hey, you ain't gonna stick
J,
with it, dude. You know you ain't.
JP is
So,
one of the most genuine people in this place space though.
man,
But it's
no,
just
you
like
y'all think because he says certain things that most people won't say, you think that's genuine. I'm not saying that he's not genuine or is genuine,
yeah.
but would you, uh, like you? So is he living like you live?
Well, I can't really say, but I,
What you mean you
well,
can't
no,
say?
I
You mean
say
you won't
no.
say? Okay, you ain't got to answer, but don't
I say
act like.
no
Go
because
ahead.
I'm a person. I look, man, I've been working ever since I was like able to pick a goddamn straw out of
Okay,
a haystack.
so the
So
answer is
I've been
no. Then
okay. Yeah, I can't. Even if I win the lottery, I don't plan on retiring. They're gonna
that's
have to
some
pick me
bullshit.
up
I bet you
dead.
won enough. You will retire.
Man,
Stop your
shit. I
whine.
look. I'm gonna be get on them motherfuckers
You'll
still
go do
acting
what the
broke.
hell you want to do.
I'm a
Anything.
act. I do every once in a while, but look, I be acting broke because I don't want nobody around me just because I don't want $1 million off a scratch off, and every time I
No,
tell
I
you
get
to do
that
something,
part,
you saying
but that
yeah.
don't mean the same thing.
No, look,
So why
me
why we
bum. When
call
I was
people
on the road,
genuine?
look,
Hmm?
when I was over the road, going to see all
Hmm.
these cities and making major money. It
Hmm.
wasn't nothing. I noticed certain things. It was nothing I couldn't get somebody to do. My wife would tell you, I used to get folks to get up in the middle of the goddamn night and do whatever I needed them to do because they know one
Yeah, because
thing.
you're gonna pay
I
them. That's
they
that's
yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
So
That's what we do, right?
all right,
If
but
the
when I
price is right
decide
and
to
I'm willing to do it.
okay, but if I decide to get broke or life turns me to being in the broke and I ask you to do a certain thing and then you can't do it, now I know who you is. So I wouldn't want to have an abundance of anything
Wait a minute. So
and you
when you go to the store and give food, you give money. But if you ain't got no
yeah.
money to go to that store, you ain't getting no food. So how? So what that mean?
No, not me
You
though,
talking about
because all at
family
the same
members? You
time.
must be mean
No,
family members.
look, I can go to the Arab store and tell them folk, put that on whatever I'm finna, whatever. If I ain't got it right now, I don't feel like paying. You get what I want,
Yeah,
and they
that's
say, all
only to
right,
the
buddy.
Arab store, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah, but
it's
see,
not
that's what
gonna
I'm
be
saying.
all of them. So yeah, but
It's just
they
because I
they
got
they only
a
doing it because they
connection
know
with
you
them.
gonna pay, that you good for paying. They're not doing it out of the
Yeah,
kindness of their heart, right?
right.
But they also doing it. It's a little bit of kindness, but also they know, hey, he a working dude. He gonna pay. He's a stand up guy.
Yeah, but that's
Mm.
also kindness too, because they ain't gonna be kind to a person they know that. You ain't even finna get no tab or no hey fix this up for me or not. If they don't have no recollection of your
I bet
being
you
a
I
good
would.
paymaster.
I bet you I would. Like they got people who just give shit out of kindness of their
Oh
heart,
shoot.
depending on if you're
Right.
kind, right? And how you
Okay.
and what you need and how
Yeah,
you
I know
speak
what
to
you mean.
people. Yeah, but I
I
see what you
would
say. I also see what you said. I'm not, I'm pushing back a little
yeah.
bit. I do know what you mean,
If
but
people were giving me everything, I would have had too many girlfriends by now. They ain't give me nothing
mm,
but what I paid for.
well, you done had a lot of girlfriends. Now don't act like you haven't. But
Cause
we
I'm
ain't gonna
cheap.
talk about it, okay? Because your
I'm
wife and
cheap.
everybody over there.
Look. No, she don't care. She know I'm beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. Can you see me? Can you see me?
Okay, my husband in here.
This.
Listen, I'm about to leave y'all and try to
All right, go ahead, y'all.
be back tomorrow.
I'm cute.
Which part
They
over
be
there?
thinking I'm
I
a.
might be over there by if I can't go to sleep, I'll be over there by Wichita. See you later. You
Yeah.
looking nice. You be
Good
looking different.
night.
Yes,
Oh, look at
good
that
night,
voice. Look at
ABT.
that
We'll
voice,
probably
boy.
talk. We definitely.
You
Well, I
gonna
don't know
make me
why
a
I said probably.
backslider.
You
You
already
gonna
know
make me
what
a
it is.
backslider now. Look at that.
Okay, but when I said cutie earlier, I was talking about the baby. You just thought we were talking about you.
Who made
That
them? What the
that
hell?
baby is. We
No.
ain't never seen. He was so handsome, big.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
we
got the
gone.
Yeah, oh
biggest
my
booty.
God, he was cute. He's a cutie pie.
He's cute. Okay,
All right.
bye everybody.
All
She
right,
got
bye,
that
y'all.
tambourine on her hand. I'm
I'll talk
scared,
to you
boy.
later,
She gonna put
ABT.
that voodoo on me. Mm-mm.
I'm yeah.
Lord.